we must be prepared to listen more than we talk. Now, most people don't believe that because they hear us talking all the time. But really, the most important work we do is listening. And so I give you those two first and foremost important parts of your job description. The last thing I will say about this idea of ministry and marriage is this. Our church tells us, in the words of Jesus himself, he says, "You did not choose me, I chose you." And we believe that. We priests and deacons and bishops all believe that we did not, of our own free will, choose this job. We have to discern whether we are feeling called to it, but it is still God who must call us to this job. And so the beautiful thing that I believe about the idea of the sacramental marriage, if that is what you intend to enter into, and I know that it is from our conversations, if you really want to enter into a sacramental marriage, and you want it to be sacramental, and by that I mean that you will love and honor each other all the days of your life, each and every day of your life. If you want that to happen, there's one more thing that you must believe. I know, Brian, that you believe that one day you saw this woman and you fell in love and you chose her for your wife. And yes, she agrees with me. I think you're just agreeing about the beautiful part. But, and you probably believe the same thing, and you probably believe that you love her more than anyone possibly can. But the news that I have for you is this, that I believe that if you're really entering into sacramental marriage, you have to begin to believe that it was God who chose you to be the minister through which he would give her all of the love that he has for her through you. And the same thing goes for you, Dad. That instead of understanding that you chose him, I know of your own free will you did, but it's like the moment when God decided that he loves Brian so much that you're the person he wants to use. And so he calls you to this, and here you are, sitting there together side by side, ready to enter into this. So you think that you love the other more than anyone possibly could. But the bad news, the different news I have for you is this. There's someone, Brian, who loves her more than you ever possibly could. And that is God, her Father. The love that you have for her pales in comparison to how much God loves her. And that's how much work you have to do for the rest of your life. And the same thing is true for you, that God loves him more, infinitely more than you possibly can with your own human limitations. He doesn't have those limitations. And yet he's chosen you to be that one, to always, day by day, through good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, all of those things, he chooses you to give his love to the other. And the other thing, the last thing that we say, we do say things like good times and bad, for better, for worse. We say those things, but we're thinking good times. Always thinking good times. And that's good. We want you to do that. You deserve to have the good times. You deserve to have the health. You deserve to have all that you want. And that's what all your friends will pray that you have. But the truth is that if you live out this sacrament to its fullness, that you will have the fullness of your promises. All of it. You will have good times and bad. And it's in the difficult times, it's in the trying times that the invisible reality that I mentioned earlier, which is the love of God being poured out through your mutual union, it is in those times, not so much the good times. The good times are the easy part. But when the bad times come, when sickness comes, when other issues like that arise in your life, that is the moment in which you will require all the grace. And when people will begin to see you holding on to each other, getting through whatever it is that has been placed in your way, and getting through it together because of this moment right now, because of your belief that God loves you that much. So when you are doing that, when you are experiencing those difficult times, it is then that people begin to see what I'm talking about. They begin to see not just two people barely getting through it, but they begin to see the sacrament of marriage. They will hear and witness it beginning today, but they see the sacrament. Remember, they see in you, in the bad times, they see in you the sign, the visible sign of the invisible reality. Many of them wonder what is it about them that enables them to do this, to get through it, to be so strong at this moment. We know, we who believe in this idea of sacramental marriage, we know what it is. It's the grace. It's a simple word. God's love being poured out on us, through us, to all who have need for it. And so that's my prayer for you, that you will remember that you are ministers of marriage for all of your life, that you will be the vessel, the instrument, cooperating with God's intention to love one another, and through, as you will say, in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, all the days of your life.